Christy and Mark, Jason and Edita. After 10 weeks of competition, the winners and new champions of Dancing with the Stars are Christy and Mark.
And with us now, our dance expert, Philip Wojcik, who's been weighing in all season. Philip is a dance instructor and professional dancer from Studio 665 in Woburn, Massachusetts. Welcome back. And you called it. That was a pretty easy call that Christy was going to be the winner, right?
Yeah, I don't know that I was too different in the rest of America in assuming that Christy was going to, in all likelihood, come out on top in this one.
Well, it was a nice fight to the finish, as even the judges said, because Jason was on the top of his game. Were you surprised that Christiane was cut out of the finals? It was just down to Jason and Christy.
Not at all, because in the finals you bring your best dance, and what Christy and Jason brought, what they had, trumped Christiane's best.
You thought Christiane might be cut earlier than he was. Do you think his injury gave him some sympathy votes?
It certainly seems like it could have, because I think Mario had more danceability than Christiane, but then this took center stage for over a couple episodes, and I think people warmed up to that story, and so you can never underestimate the effect that that had.
I think last night Jason, and I think he actually echoed this, that he thought Christy was probably the winner. She was so amazing and so consistent from the get-go. What did you see in her dance improvements over the weeks that had happened?
She improved with her personality and portraying the character of the dance. Technically, she was very consistent, and since Jason is in the NFL, I'll use an analogy here with the New England Patriots, they were described as a team last year that would play without making mistakes and let the opponents kind of implode. And we saw that Monday with Jason and his cha-cha, and it just showed he didn't have enough in his Latin movement, in those Latin category dances, to overcome Christy. Christy was consistently good at her technique and was great in both the ballroom smooth dances and the Latin and rhythm dances.
But I was mentioning the improvements. Her emotional, what she would emote and how she moved, I think improved, don't you, over the months?
Very much so, and you saw her struggle a bit in the rumba. She was having a hard time coming out of her shell, so I think she and Mark actually came up with pseudo-personality. So it was a struggle for her at some points, and she did make that journey and improve on her character and portrayal of the dances.
She did catch her foot in her dress, though, doing the swing the other night, but the judges still gave her perfect 10s. Why?
Because her dancing and her technique were there, and the judges know that in a live competition, anything can happen. So you just have to try to deal with it as best you can, and she handled it very well, and luckily it wasn't a major wardrobe malfunction or anything. She continued. It was just a little blip on the radar, and so they judged her dancing as they should have.
How do you think this season compared to prior seasons? Do you think this was one of the best?
My favorite season
Really?
to date, absolutely.
Why?
In the end, you had two folks, they both, Jason and Christy, got perfect scores on their final routines, and you always like to see the best performers give their best performance, and I think you did see that in this season. And prior to that, there was all the camaraderie with Steve Guttenberg and the wit with Adam Carolla and Penn. And it was just a great season. There were a lot of laughs and lots of drama. Just a great season.
Okay, on your dream list, who would you like to see? What celebrity would you like to see compete next season? Let's hear it. I have some ideas too.
You do?
I do.
You want me to go first?
You go first. You go first.
I think I would like to see, I would love to see Clint Eastwood with that gravelly, voice and Dirty Harry image. I'd like to see how graceful he could be out on the dance floor. How about you?
I would like to see Conan O'Brien. He's tall and lanky, and I think he would be hilarious, and he could use the publicity because he's moving into Leno's spot.
Sure.
Of course, he's NBC and they are ABC. Who knows? Anyway, it's always fun to speculate, bring another athlete, a comedian, whatever. I love Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, it was a great season.
And thank you so much for...
Thank you, Sarah.
Now I'm going to miss you. You're going to go away for a while. You'll come back next time and talk about more dancing.
There's always the Eastern in February. We can
we
dance
may
again
compete
there,
again.
okay?
And that's another story, folks. Thanks so much.
Thank you.